If you don't wonder how we start with La Republique, he use only we Ambazonian them for can end up for kill General Mba Ivor. Our greatest problem, as we don't always talk now, ourselves. If you do want wonder how the fathers them for our self-defense, Dr. Chua Yaba and the ADF, people them for ground zero, they don't confuse. So this one they call and say ADF na La Republique. If you don't they confuse, who saw all this fake news that they come out, while La Republique did dismantle whatever we are doing. This is an example. Make una take a listen. The one for Sako Ikome, a television channel. Una listen.
You can't fool the people all the time. Cho Ayaba, these BR agents should know that the problem is Yaoundé, not Boyer. Obsessed and drunk with vomiting ambition.
So these two girls them, una know say La Republique idan they try for a long time for deceive our people. Say those who did the fight for freedom, na people they did the fight for power. Like una know Dr. Chua Yaba, he be democratically elected as the leader of the governing council by its members. But anyway, make una listen for this very carefully to what they try to do when I think La Republique they do.
Ayaba's U-turn is a big distraction at a time the struggle is well focused and piloted by the impeccable commander-in-chief Dr. Sako, with all roads leading to Boya.
So this part the fight faxes Sako, all the forces the way they be there under he, they don't dissociate themselves for ye, even abandon the name ARF. This part the fact say the same people the way they be make Sako the head of the IG the Ram movie. These people them, their main agenda not be even for promote Sako, but na for fight against Ambazonian legitimate and more lethal leadership against La Republique. Make una listen.
Who does Ayaba think he is to mortgage 8 million people? What makes him to be too full of himself without taking into cognizance his criminal track record that makes him redundant in this, of course, God-ordained struggle?
So, when they hear the promotion of propaganda for La Republique, they talk about Ayabacho a criminal record where they never ever mention or show any evidence of anyone. Ayabacho na a good citizens for Norway, na an Ambazonian leader will be hardworking and a person where he don't give our Ambazonia the greatest hope for our freedom. Nevertheless, make una listen.
It's sad that absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yaoundé blood money is at work in this man, and he cannot hide his treachery anymore. Cho Ayaba, of course, warlord, moneymonger, killer, destroyer, ransom collector, has shown his limitations so far.
This girl are the Blacklegs, and we want make our public then provide information about ye. We're gonna provide them as soon as possible. These are the evil people used by La Republique to Cameroon to destroy the prospect of Ambazonia independence. When you hear that they call Bacho, all these crimes and way for legitimately put them for Sako, but nevertheless, it is not even about Sako. La Republique, they often use Ambazonian them for give them excuse for actually destroy ourselves. Now say that Blackleg they operate. Make una listen.
As this liberation quest is concerned, he has been and remains irrelevant and seeking for such notice at the expense of 8 million lives.
So the strategy never create a delusion about which way they want me people then perceive the Dr. Chuayaba when I lead our war effort, I lead our diplomatic engagement them. The organization, the Ache of Sea, na then lead our engagement with the United Nations, na then be the custodian of our registry for inside OMPO and etc. etc. Without that, I will just never make it play, but me gonna know say one of their objectives na for redefine Ambazonia for be able to sabotage our leadership. Me gonna listen.
Over 40,000 souls perished, 500 villages burnt down, hundreds of thousands sent into exiles as refugees, and many others will be an expensive joke.
If the life of our people be actually mean something for these people them, you for imagine say Sako we collect 2 million if we even use a dime for support the soldier of the ground. But all the soldiers they down line under E, none of the Nova talk say either ever give them 1 franc. So these are not people who are fighting to help Ambazonia. These are people who are actively fighting for La Republic. These are blacklegs that have infiltrated our struggle. Nevertheless, make una listen.
His ADF is a gang of kidnappers for ransom and not freedom fighters. His ADF has specialized in killing, decapitating Ambazonian civilians and Ambazonian fighters and not the invader.
So, La Republic is strategy. Now forget we Ambazonian for begin argue against each other. You fulfill the talk, the amount of people then we Chris Ano, a brother, he don't kill him when Ambazonian fighters them. You fulfill talk the one way Sako, he quick come people they don't kill him. The hands away they don't cockot them. And how the ADF don't fight against all these barbaric activities, and how the ADF now the only group where they set up anti-kidnapping czar and all those type of things them. But that one now wait till La Republic one time, they will begin to fight each other instead for focus the attention of the international community, our people, against the atrocity where the state party for this one La Republic they do but we go ignore other one. I want me gonna pay attention for this evil. Wanna listen.
Ayabacho has never given any accountability for funds he has been collecting on behalf of the Ambazonian struggle for over 32 years. Made enough money for himself by signing asylum papers, Ayabacho has not achieved anything for Ambazonia for over 32 years, but has created more confusion for his personal benefit.
So that one now wait away the enemy expect our people then for know for the person way now they fight selflessly. He don't offer a life selflessly for the liberate we. Now the biggest donor for inside our liberation struggle, I can testify to that. Now person we don't be selfless, since he life, now an employer, now somebody we he don't ever exploit or even touch money with his hand as far as Ambazonian liberation be concerned. But that one no be the most important thing because now things in that way we already know the truth. May we go down for this thing, make we hear.
Ayabacho does not believe in a free Ambazonia. As he himself says, the notion of Ambazonia is abstract. In his words, he successfully killed the following liberation fighters and counting, a lot of which include Akuma, Simonik of Lebialem, Slisli of Muyenge, Godfather of Muyenge, General Mad Dog of Mbatu, General Ivo of Teke, Amber Queen of Baliyonga, General Koraman of Baliyonga, General Biebie of Gozang, General Chacha.
It go be a waste of time for begin to justify all these false allegations. Now the job for La Republic for always can make false allegation so that the leadership will be defensive, so it be useless. Una know very well who key Isobu. Una know where who cash General Koraman. I just want to quote that example so that we will not begin waste time on this nonsense. So make we focus on the details and when they actually matter.
Of Boyi, FM is Subu of Boyi.
According to Deacon Tatsang Wilfred, writing from Yaoundé Kandengi Principal Prison, he says, who does not know that Boyer is a symbol of this struggle? He says, shall we now swear by Bamenda instead of Boyer?
So as usual, La Republic they always look some delusional or lost case Ambazonia for use them for do their dirty job. In this case, they ran full Tatsang Wilfred for write a letter from Kundengi. And then they fool some few Ambazonia them so that they go use their word for fight with because now the most effective way. Pobia, he done lost this war. Now why that way did he go down this route? So wait to be the cause of the matter, wait to be the issue this day where they go use Tatsang, they use ABC for fight Ambazonia. Wanna listen.
Those who have fallen in love with Cameroon Republic have a right to remain there. The interim government would not force you to leave. After we finally part ways, for that is the only way, and we will get it.
So the greatest deception where it exists now, the devil hiding himself in plain sight. So now the Sako this where we around here say the World Bank, it don't talk say they don't make concession with Pobia already. When I go see how they go make themselves for misrepresent themselves as claiming say they fight for good for Boya, while they need to give any money for any soldier. But La Republic want us to be making that argument day on, day out. So make we even ignore which way they do them. Make we ignore the Sako. We focus for which way they try to do them. For deceive Ambazonians about the intention of Dr. Cho Ayaba and the governing council. Wanna listen.
Cho Ayaba, because of guilt, uses the anti-revolutionary tabloid The Guardian Post newspaper, which has sold its conscience to the oppressors, La République de Cameroon because of blood money to announce his evil scheme to destroy the struggle.
So why did the lie say Ayabacho make announcement for the Guardian Post? We know the Guardian Post, even in the support Ambazonian, an enemy for the regime. So then get problem, then they want use one stone for shoot two birds. When I look for back, no be the Guardian Post, it did for the. This one way did for their back, the Chronicles Times, now a fake magazine where they do use Photoshop for create fake news. So they don't create this fake news and then come for online for try for deceive Ambazonia. They make them believe I'm say not true. When I listen.
On a positive count, another tabloid which speaks for the oppressed, the Chronicle Times, showcases Cho Ayaba's evil machinations and a catalogue of failures confirming the biblical truth. By their fruits we shall know them. One, they stated the block by block which failed. Two, the enchant shoes that...
When I see, they don't create fake Chronicles magazine, use Photoshop, write lies about Ayabacho, and then they use naive for broadcast them. Anybody knows say before man you want broadcast something, you go at least take time for go for the website for that newspaper or for buy their own correct paper for ground zero and then read them. Look at the things where they attack them block by block when they either make our territory ungovernable to the enemy. This one it go to show now the real face behind these people them, La République. These are Blacklegs.
Failed as well. Three, Pache that failed. Four.
So I go just cut through the chase. So when I know say one person nobody ever show any evidence. Now evidence say there is no evidence at all. They just simply lie for made up things because they know say Dr. Cho Ayaba, the governing council, now this brand for Ambazonian nationalism, that they fight so hard for our independence. And that one I think we all man already know the evidence for that one year over too much. Make a take una directly for ways away they want to do. So then claim say Dr. Cho Ayaba he done change the capital of Ambazonia from Boya to Bamenda, and then go create now La République actually because we don't follow them for that Kunyam title see chat group them. La République they don't create a fake Facebook screenshot where it talks say Ayabacho don't change capital for Ambazonia. Now the screenshot this when I say he did the same like Dr. Cho he own. So Dr. Cho Ayaba and all the communicators they don't put out a debunking. Now Dr. Cho Ayaba a Twitter account is when I visit and say for a Twitter account. It then clearly can post this fake Twitter where they don't put them where it talks they don't change capital from Boya to Bamenda. Post them for a Twitter page saying na fake news, na lies. If you look for all Dr. Cho Ayaba a Facebook page, a Twitter, when I go see how it advocate for Ambazonian independence, when I go see how it raise money, it is send on the ground, when I go see forces that how they fight, they battle La République to Cameroon, they create collaboration for ground, or then go etc. etc. La République be defeated. The only way we defeat try for win Ambazonia, now for use gullible Ambazonians, Blacklegs to fight us. Avoid them at all costs.